Hey YouTube, I'm in the cleft of the rock. I'm on a mountain because I wanted to go hiking, and sometimes I go do the geocaching thing because, I don't know, if you've ever been geocaching, usually all you find is a bunch of dollar store plastic toys made in China. But I like it because of the views that you find. So I've been hiking all over this thing. I'm at about 4,500 feet elevation, and I found this little, it's like a shelter in the rock. It's just I'm surrounded by rock, but if you come out here, you'll see the difference. I'll show you the difference between the cleft of the rock and the windy cliffs. See what I'm saying? It's too windy. Thought this was really cool. Look at the arch in this thing. It's got like a keystone. I made a little short teaser video, 30 seconds. Let me get out of the wind so I'm not killing your ears. RIP headphone users. Back into the cleft of the rock. So if the Lord passes by and I see his back, I'm okay with that. This is where Elijah saw the fire and the earthquake and the whirlwind and all that stuff, but the Lord with the still small voice, that is how he got it. This must be a bird hangout. Look at all these seeds. For sure. So let me sit down, get settled, because hopefully I'm not giving anybody motion sickness. I'll give you this bright green background. Okay, so just some thoughts. Why have I not been on YouTube? Let's just say that I'm as susceptible to real life as anybody. And I don't know, if we're being honest, let's see, about 5 years ago, I bought my first house. And when you have a $250,000 mortgage hanging over your head, I've already refied it twice. I've refied it down to 2.25, but still, there's just something about that weight where it's like you continue to, you just feel like you got to work to make this thing go away. And I've been working on my online business stuff. You know, I've done eBay and Amazon, made some money at that. But that stuff becomes very time consuming. And with the state of the world, you know, I keep seeing all the headlines. I keep seeing all the stuff with the Jabiruski, the stuff going on with China. They're talking about working on a digital dollar this year. You know, this is all Revelation 13 stuff that's happening right in front of us. Everybody should be familiar with the verse. He causes all, small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to have a mark in their hand or in their forehead, and without it, they won't buy or sell. We've already been in the training course for a year with you can't go in the store without wearing something. So they got people trained up. But I see all that stuff going on, and I think about, the end times. Is it more important to pay a mortgage off and make money on the internet and pay that stuff off? Or is it more important to use the gifts and callings that I've been given, whether it's uncomfortable or not, and to do it? So that's why I'm working on getting back. I just recently bought a Rode microphone setup for my smartphone so that I can go out to places like this and stand on the edge of the cliff with the wind and have the windsock dead cat thing. If you don't know what a dead cat is as far as audio equipment, it's interesting, look it up. So I'm getting that, and I'm getting my internet upgraded in 2 weeks, because doing a video, you know, if you don't have the super speed, then it takes an hour to do anything, and yada yada. So with that said, you know, I had another thought, and this is just the way I think. You know, I figure you're here because you're interested in hearing what I have to say, and I don't claim to be any super Christian. Clearly I have my own struggles that I push through, but I just want to share that God's answers almost sound stupid sometimes. You know, what's the verse that says that the wisdom of God is foolishness to men? I'll look it up and put it on screen. You know, we're living in a world where the wisdom of God is foolishness to men. I just saw a news video yesterday where a lady was spanking a kid in school, and the news people were all calling it abuse and saying that, I don't know, there's plenty of you that are older than me and know that spanking in school used to be a regular thing, because the Bible says, spare the rod, spoil the child. I got spanked plenty when I was a kid, and now I respect authority. You know, if I get pulled over by the cops, I'm not running off and fighting and getting shot because I'm resisting. I'm usually compliant and cooperative because I respect authority. When there's pain associated with wrongdoing, you tend to learn from that. But we live in a world where, you know, the wisdom of God is foolishness to men. You know, I'm going in Monday to talk to a doctor about possible surgery. But if you go to the average Joe at the grocery store or whatever, and you start talking about like, oh, well, God still heals, and, you know, you start talking about that stuff, and people look at you like, what? What are you smoking? So that's the thought process. Back to the original thought, you know, sometimes God's answers would seem dumb or seem contrary to logic or irrational or just silly. Let's take, for example, Peter. Jesus borrows Peter's boat, preaches a sermon, and Peter says, you know, Jesus says, put the boat out for a catch, right? And Peter says, but we've been out all night, we've caught nothing. But because you said, I'll do it. And then Peter goes out and fills up his boat and his partner's boat to the point where it almost sinks. Right? To the logical mind, does that make any sense? But did God's answer provide over and above, you know, beyond anything that Peter could produce in his own power? So, just an interesting thought. Back in January, I'd been studying this crypto stuff because, I don't know, almost 10 years ago, I had like 3 Bitcoin, and I sold them when they were like $300, and now they're worth 60 grand. You know, if I paid attention and sat on that, then I'd have this house half paid off, I guess. So back in January, I was looking at this crypto stuff again, and I started saying, hey God, you know, what's something I should invest in? And I thought of this Dogecoin. This was back in January. Now Dogecoin is all the rage, and Elon Musk is doing Saturday Night Live on Saturday this coming weekend, and he's a big Doge backer guy. And I got a couple articles here I'll put on screen, but I think the last thing that I saw was like Doge has gone up 120,000%. Forgive me if I've got the number wrong, but since January, if I put $1,000 or $2,000 on Doge, I'd have 100 plus right now. But I didn't listen to the wisdom of God, because I was like, that's stupid. It's a meme thing, and it's like, it's a joke, and it doesn't do anything, and yada blah, right? So how often do we miss God's answers because we think they're silly, or they don't make sense, or they're ridiculous? You know, this guy that I've learned a lot from, named Gary Keesee, he was up to his eyeballs in debt to the point where he was about to go bankrupt. And God gave him a dream to start a business helping people get out of debt. Oh yeah, why didn't I think of that? You know, and he got rid of, I don't know, $200,000 plus of debt in like 2.5 years, something. I don't know. But in this world, we have a big problem with trying to fit God in our logic churning machine up here. Like, if it doesn't make sense to us, oh, God wouldn't do it that way. And we try to put God on this thing like, oh, well, he only does this stuff and that stuff. Not so. I was watching a video from this Gary Keesee guy, and he was doing a sermon about how when the enemy sees you coming, it sounds like thunder. And right when he said that, thunder happened. That's happened to me twice in my life. I've had God speak to me with thunder. One of them's on video on this channel. The other was about 5 years ago in Portland. So I know this may seem rambly, but I'm just trying to share why I've been gone, why I'm back, and why I intend to stay back. And I need your help, because this is difficult. YouTube has become a very hostile environment. You have to speak in code. You can't talk about things that they're trying to do without getting striked and terminated. There was a guy that I was watching last week that just got terminated. So when I speak on this channel, I need you to put on your thinking cap, because sometimes I'm not going to be able to say things straight up. So give a shout out and a thanks to Raymond and Rick Roller that commented on the last little 30-second video, because they prodded me to not do a 30-second teaser and to actually make a video. So thanks, guys. I appreciate you always coming around, giving support, praying for me. And you know, if I didn't think you guys cared, then I wouldn't be here. But I thank you that you do. And we're coming into some pretty intense times. So I will try to do more as far as Bible prophecy stuff. I've got a lot of articles, videos, things like that that I can reference. And just got a lot of things sitting and waiting that I would like to do content on. So that's what I'll say for now. Thanks for hanging out, and hope you like the view, because I intend to do more of this. I don't want to just do everything in front of a computer. I want to get out and show you beautiful Oregon, because this place is stunning. So that's what I got. Mossy Oak. Oh, that's a rock.